Alrighty, we are live on Facebook and welcome everyone who has joined us by Zoom. We are going to go ahead and get started. It is 5:30 on the dot. So hello everyone, my name is Tia Wright. I am the Financial Empowerment Coach with the Urban League's Financial Empowerment Center. Welcome to August's Wealth Building Wednesday workshop that is sponsored by Fifth Third Bank. So this month, our topic will be fighting inflation, community resources, and we are super excited to have our community partners from Cincinnati and also Dayton on board to share some information about what their organization offers in regards to resources from their perspective. Tonight's session is going to be full of information, so be sure you're taking notes. You don't want to miss anything. If there is anything that you miss, feel free to ask questions in the chat area or place them in the comment section on Facebook if you are joining us by there. Let me quickly go over a few housekeeping notes and we'll go ahead and get started. If you don't mind, please placing your microphones on mute just to eliminate some background noises and also any distractions. If possible, please turn your cameras on. This helps us make the event more engaging, and we like to see who we're talking to as well. Those that are joining us by Facebook, I'm sure you know someone that could use some inflation fighting resources. So please like and share this event to your friends and family and on your timeline as well. If there is any questions, like I said before, please place those in the chat on Zoom and Facebook Live. Last but certainly not least, remember to be eligible for the Fifth Third gift card drawing. You must be engaging, and what that means is asking questions, sharing comments in the comment section. So before we get started, I'd like to actually turn things over to our market manager at Fifth Third Bank in Cincinnati, Roy Sutton.
Sierra, thank you very much. And I'm so excited about tonight and the workshop that we're going to share with our audience today. We're going to talk about some things that, typically maybe in a conversation that may not come up. Everybody at some point in time along the way, and I guess maybe I'm speaking even for myself too. We all have this need for resources, support, and help as we think about our journey. As we think about this idea of, what will it take for me to find a suitable job or position out there? We're going to talk about that on this call tonight. If you're thinking about this idea of financial empowerment, how to manage your money, and you aren't sure how to do that, we're going to talk about that tonight as well. And then if you think about if you're dealing with maybe some emergency issues, food, clothing, and shelter, those types of things. If you're dealing with those types of issues, that's exactly what this workshop tonight is all about. So that when you think about here in this greater region and the tools, resources, and the organizations that are aligned to address some of those issues, we're going to have an opportunity to share some of those things with you. We can't share it all because it's so much, but we're going to do our very best to share you as much as you can. And even if you're thinking about starting a small business, we're going to talk about that as well. So if you think about this idea of this whole collection of good information leading you to the right direction. We've all been in situations where we've gotten advice from people who weren't necessarily the best people to give us advice. Well, you've got experts on the call tonight who are going to give you good, solid advice. So Tawana, you're listening. Andrew, I know you're there. You're going to be listening very closely, taking notes. Jacqueline, make sure you get everyone engaged in this conversation as you're thinking through this. Robert, as you look at this, this is an opportunity for you. This is your workshop tonight. Zalima, as you're out there tonight, you're thinking about all these things, the next steps that you want to take. You're in the right place tonight. So Fifth Third Bank is extremely excited about partnering with the Urban League around this workshop and sharing these partnerships as we think about fighting inflation. You got to have tools, you've got to have resources, but you've got to be in the right place. And you've selected the right place tonight. So buckle up, get ready for some exciting presenters who are going to share some great information with you tonight. Again, I welcome you to the workshop.
All right, so we will go ahead and get started with our First presenter, if Kalila, you want to go ahead and go to the next slide. So these are some of your Cincinnati resident resources, and we will actually start with our workforce team. And we have Beth on the line who will go ahead and talk about the resources that we offer at the Urban League in her department, Workforce Development.
Hello, everyone. My name is Beth Zelaya. I am the Life and Career Specialist here in the Workforce Department in the Cincinnati Urban League office. And I will touch base on everything that we do here in Workforce. So the Urban League Workforce Department seeks to remove barriers, preventing individuals and families from achieving their career goals, train them to reach their goals, assist them with job placement, interview preparation, managing their money, and build a legacy. We have our SOAR program in Cincinnati. It is solid opportunities for advancement and retention. SOAR is a career readiness program. It's gonna have interview tips, resume help, professional networking. Employers will come in to present their companies to show you opportunities. Mock interviews. We also do mock interviews in SOAR. SOAR was virtual. It is moving to in person in our office in Cincinnati at the Urban League. We also have programs, training programs. We have our STNA program. It is a 6 to 8 week program. Individuals from 18 years of age on up can join that if you like. We also have a hospital worker readiness program that we have. It's 3 weeks long, and that is to basically, that's supply chain, housekeeping, dietary aid, parts like that in the hospital. It preps you and gets you ready for that setting. Patient transport, maybe. We also have a construction program with OSHA 10 certification, Bobcat certification, and it National Center for Construction Education and Research registry. So you'll also get access to that. That is a 6-week program. We do provide supportive services like transportation, any type of referral you may need. If you need burial remover, childcare, we assist with all of that. Overall, all around, eliminating those barriers to put you in a good position in your life. Overall case management. You also can come back to SOAR and volunteer and help other students once you have reached that point to where things are going well for you. So there's lots of things at the Urban League in the Workforce Department that we do. I am firsthand to do that. So I look forward to seeing you guys come in and reach out to us. We also have an information session. If you would like more information, you can go to our website, ulgso.org /employment connections, and you can sign up for an information session every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and at 6 p.m. via Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Beth. If you have any questions for Beth, please put those in the chat or leave those in the comments if you are joining us by Facebook. We will go ahead and go over to Community Action Agency, the Home Relief Program. So we don't actually have anyone on the line that is talking about that, but we can.
I am here to talk about that.
Oh, there we go. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you have the floor.
Okay, great. So at Community Action Agency, we have quite a few programs available. In particular, we've been helping with rental assistance. With that said, right now we are facing a lack of funding because the demand for rental assistance has been so high. We are working to get more funding for our community, but at this time, we're pretty limited on the rental assistance. With that said, we do have quite a bit of assistance available for homeowners. So this is for homeowners who may have fallen on hard times, maybe need help with their mortgage payments or their property tax payments, maybe even their utility payments through Duke or their water company. So we are able to assist with their past due utility bills, mortgage bills, etc., depending on their eligibility. For eligibility, we have been able to have fairly high income caps in the past couple of years due to the pandemic. So for our mortgage assistance, it is 80% AMI, and you can look at the chart here to see if your household matches that. With that said, with our homeowners and utility assistance and with property taxes, we're actually able to help people whose household are 150% AMI, which for a one-person household, that ends up being an income of over 100,000 annually. So very high income cap, and a lot of people are eligible. Now, with that said, this program is related to COVID, so we are asking that our applicants have been impacted by COVID or been impacted by the pandemic in some way. And if you want to move on to the next slide. And the next one. So with Community Action Agency, we also have our HEAP department. Our HEAP department works directly with Duke Energy to get clients of all housing statuses, you know, whether they're a renter or a homeowner, assistance with their utility bill. Our HEAP department has several programs available, such as our seasonal summer crisis program and winter crisis programs, which may allow our HEAP department to pay a portion of your past due balance. We're also able to get people on their PIP plan, which allows their Duke bills to be based on their income.
Alrighty, is there a next slide?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay, alrighty, thank you so much, Jacqueline. We do have a question, if that's okay. Ms. Salima, did you have a question for either Ms. Jacqueline or Ms. Beth?
For the home ownership, about the PIP program, I have a appointment for the PIP program. Wait a minute, Robert, can you turn yours down? For the PIP program, and I haven't filled out the application. So do I need to fill out the application first before my appointment? Because I already have the date and the time for my appointment, but I never did fill out the application.
They'll probably, with the HEAP department, they're a little different from our homeowner assistance. So they'll probably fill out the application with you over the phone.
Okay, but they told me I have to come in person. I have to go to Miami Valley CAP, which is in Dayton, Ohio on Main Street.
Oh, okay. Our Community Action Agency still isn't taking in person, but I'm sure they'll do that with you when you get there. What our representatives do at the Hamilton County Community Action Agency is they do the application during the interview process.
Now, is the PIP the same thing as the winter and summer crisis? Because I just want the PIP program.
It's not different, but with our it's not the same, but with our Hamilton County Community Action Agency, it's just that the HEAP department takes care of all of those various programs that you do with Duke Energy. So that includes PIP that you're trying to get on. That also includes things like summer crisis. So with you and your interview and your appointment, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be forced to do winter crisis or summer crisis or anything like that.
Okay,
Vicki,
thank
could
you.
Vicki, could you address that for the Miami Valley CAP, because she's coming to you all? Could you address your guidelines there?
Sure. Our staff will absolutely help you fill out the application in person. If you haven't done it in advance of the appointment, they'll help you take care of that. We are doing both phone and in appointments right now. So if you have an in-person appointment, you come down to the office, bring your documents. They will, they'll absolutely help you get everything filled out. The application for HEAP and PIP is kind of a one form. So they will screen you for HEAP as well as PIP, as well as winter and summer crisis during the applicable season. So they absolutely aren't going to put you into anything you don't want to participate in. So if you just are there for PIP, if you don't need summer crisis assistance, they'll only put your application through for PIP.
And FYI, for everyone on the line, we have organizations from both Hamilton County and Montgomery County. So please be specific, as Zalima was, in asking your question about which area you're from, so we can give you the most detailed information. Thanks so much.
All right, perfect. I do see that we have a few hands raised. I'm going to go ahead and actually turn it over to Andrew, and we will get your questions answered. If you want to put those in the chat as well, just so that we have them and we can go down and get those answered for you, okay? And Andrew, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. And the good news is there is help out there for utilities. I don't know if anyone else has noticed it. I certainly have noticed it on my utilities. Inflation has unfortunately impacted that industry along with other, with other industries. So I noticed my natural gas budget bill went up $40 from the previous year. So unfortunately, it has also hit utilities, which can impact our budgets. The Ohio Consumers Council, just in case if you're not sure who we are, we're just a small state office. And what we do is we advocate for residential utility consumers. We have a lot of resources and services that you should take advantage of. All our resources and services are free as a state office. Our website, which I will put in the chat when I'm done, is www.occ.ohio.gov. And on our website, you'll find information on the programs I'm going to speak about today. Also, you'll find information on how to save through cheap and easy energy efficiency. You'll find information on how to understand your bill, what to do if you get these energy marketers coming to your door. So there's a lot of good information that can be helpful, even information on scams and fraud. Unfortunately, we see it in the utility industry. Usually it's scammers posing themselves as utilities, but unfortunately, they're convincing enough for consumers to hand over money and their personal information. But I wanted to quickly go over some of the programs that are available out there. I know Cincinnati Community Action Agency went through some of, kind of mentioned some of these, but I'll go into a little more detail. The Summer Crisis Program is currently available, and the Summer Crisis Program, it helps pay towards the electric bill. It'll help pay up to $500 on a regulated electric bill. So a regulated electric bill would be companies like AES Ohio, Duke Energy, leased in that southwest part of the state, and also help pay up to $800 towards a non-regulated bill. So like the city of Hamilton and Butler County, they have their own government-ran utilities division or a rural electric co-op. Now, in order to qualify, you have to be at or below 175% of the federal income guidelines. So if you meet that qualification, then you have to meet another qualification of these four, which can include being 60 years or older, someone in the household that's 60 years or older, someone who has a medical condition that's documented by a physician, if you have a disconnection notice or currently disconnected with your electric company, or if you're on the PIP program. Now, this program runs through September 30th, and in order to take advantage of the program, you just need to contact your local community action agency. I know we have multi-county consumers on the call today, but once again, it might be the Cincinnati Hamilton Community Action Agency, it might be Miami Valley CAP in the Dayton area, but you just call them to set up an appointment. They also help towards central air conditioning repair, possibly getting a new window unit if you haven't received one recently, and even obtaining a fan. I know we kind of get some cool weather today, but it's been pretty hot. So air conditioning can be very important for our health. The HEAT program, consumers can fill out applications currently for that program. It's also known as the Home Energy Assistance Program, but it's a one-time payment towards your heating bill. No matter how you heat your home, whether you heat with electric, natural gas, propane, other fuel oils, wood, it covers pretty much about every heating source that we utilize here in Ohio. What's nice about this program, it doesn't require an appointment at community action. All you need to do is fill out a paper application or fill out an application online. I'll put those links in the chat when I'm done. But it can help pay towards that winter heating bill, at least a portion of it. That they usually, the community action agencies normally process these applications going into about November, December. So consumers usually start seeing these come through under their bill, usually about midwinter, usually when those first big winter bills are coming through. I also wanted to mention the Winter Crisis Program. The Winter Crisis Program runs November 1st through March 31st of the following year. In order to qualify, you have to be at or below 175% of the federal income guidelines and have a disconnection notice or currently disconnected. Or if you're using a heating source like fuel or propane, be at 25% or less of that commodity. In order to take advantage of the program, you just need to schedule an appointment with Community Action. Once again, that program won't start till November 1st, so we're still a few months away before that'll be available. And finally, I just wanted to mention the percentage of income payment plan. As was mentioned earlier, how this works is that consumers pay a percentage of their household income towards their monthly utility bill, whether it's electric and or natural gas. So it can make it a little more manageable. It's available year round. And in order to qualify, you have to be at or below 175% of the federal income guidelines. Now that's a recent change. They just increased those guidelines a few weeks ago. It used to be at or below 150%, but now it's up to 175%. What's nice about the program is it can make the utility bills more manageable. Because customers are responsible for the percentage of income they're paying and the difference between that and their actual bill, and that difference goes into an arrearage. But if you pay your PIP amount on time and in full, they're going to give you a credit off that arrearage. And if you pay for 24 straight months, they'll wipe out that whole arrearage without a consumer ever having to pay a penny on it. So this can be a very good program. And in order to sign up for the program, you just need to make an appointment with Community Action. I think someone already mentioned that they already have an appointment coming up with Community Action. But another great program that can make the utilities more manageable and free up money for other things. Hopefully I didn't go too long, but hopefully that gives you some information on these programs. And I'm going to put some additional information in the chat.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, absolutely. If you have any questions, please feel free to put those in the chat. We will get to those questions at the end of our call here. So what is next is our Financial Empowerment Center, which I am a part of. We are located in Cincinnati and Dayton. So we have the FEC on both footprints. What we offer to the community, if you want to go to the next slide. All right, Lynn, did you want to go ahead?
Sure, I'll go
Okay.
ahead and share.
All right.
So for the services that we offer are available both in Cincinnati as well as Dayton. We offer one-on-one financial coaching, which is free, confidential, and honest, where we just work with you to help you to figure out your financial plan. We help you to establish smart financial goals. If you have a specific goal in mind that you want us to help you to achieve, then we will work with you, providing you with a money action plan to walk you step by step through that process. In addition to the one-on-one financial coaching, we do have financial empowerment money circles. And so these are training cohorts that are based on relevant subjects such as banking basics or understanding credit, all about credit one-on-one, in which Tiara is currently wrapping up for this segment at the end of this month. We have saving circles. We have a circle called Black Men and Money. Within these circles, they're usually 4 to 6 week cohorts, and we focus on a specific subject because we recognize that individuals that are working towards a common goal a lot of times realize that they can achieve that goal better if they know that someone else is going through the same process with them. Almost kind of like a mastermind, if you've heard of masterminds, or a buddy program. The financial empowerment money circles are designed to help you with that effort. They are free for everyone to participate. And currently right now, we are able to offer a training incentive to where if you complete the curriculum, either a 4 to 6 week training course, do the homework or the activities that we assign to you, we are able to provide you with a training incentive for doing that, anywhere between $300 to $500. So we do want to make sure this is the incentives that we provide to you are to just encourage you along the way. So for example, if you finish the credit course, then the dollars that would be the training incentive for that, we would assume that we were working with you to help you pay off the debt with that incentive dollars that we're giving to you. Or if we're working with you on understanding the banking basics, that if we give you a training incentive for that class, we would work with you to help you to understand how to open up a new banking account. So the training incentives that we give you are to reward you for your efforts of going through the process, but also we're hoping that whatever incentive is tied to the subject, whether it's getting out of debt or whether it's taking care of credit concerns or whether it's opening up a banking account, that the training incentive would be used towards that goal. And then last but not least, we have financial education workshops like the one that we have here, that's sponsored by Fifth Third Bank. The Wealth Building Wednesday happens the last Wednesday, of every month. We will be having 3 more sessions this year that I'll talk a little bit about those at the end of our workshop today. But as you see, we bring in industry subject matter experts to talk about different type of topics. So if there is a specific topic that you want us to speak about, please drop it in the chat. If you're on Facebook Live, please put the comments in the chat in Facebook so we can know what it is that we can do for our planning for 2023, which is just right around the corner, because we always want to make sure the training we provide for you is relevant to you, and we don't want to train you on something that is not of interest for you. Next slide, please. And then we also have a program that is at this time is just specific to the Cincinnati area. It's called Project Lift. And so the Urban League Financial Empowerment Center is one of the sponsor agencies in the city of Cincinnati for the Project Lift program. As you can see here, this is a unique public-private partnership that's designed to improve the economic self-sufficiency of families by helping them with access to resources and funding to remove barriers that hold back families from thriving. As you see on the left here, the eligibility is that you must live in Cincinnati or Hamilton County. You must be responsible for at least one child under the age of 18, either legally, physically, or financially. What that means legally, you have to provide us with legal documentation that shows that you have custody of the child. Physically means the child is in your home in your presence, or financially means that you provide financial support to that child. You must either be working or on a path to employment. And that path to employment could mean that you're either in our SOAR program, you're working with Beth to help you find a job or a career, or you could even be in another job readiness program in the city, but you would have to just give us the proof that you are in that program, and then that would meet the working requirement for Project Lift. You must agree to participate in the program for at least a year, because we want to make sure that we provide you with a good foundation to the program to help you, move through the process of going from crisis to thriving. And we know that that can take some time for individuals. Plus, we also want to make sure we're collecting the data for the program to make sure we're getting the outcomes that we want to get for you as an individual and your family, but also for the program. And then the income requirement is that you must be below 200% of the federal poverty level. On the right-hand side, you'll see here the assistance that we can give to you is assistance with rent or your mortgage or utilities, transportation, which would include bus tokens or Lyft or Uber or gas cards. We can also assist with some education and training expenses, employment-related expenses like helping you to purchase a uniform, like if you're going through the state-tested nurse assistance program and you maybe need help getting a uniform, we can help you with that. Some legal expenses that have to be non-criminal, and that will be on a case-by-case basis. And then things like dependent child care expenses, if you need some assistance with, child care whilst you're going back and forth to work, or if you need help getting your driver's license restored again, we can sometimes assist with paying the fees associated with that as well. And I think that's all for the Financial Empowerment Center.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Lynn. So we are moving right along here. So we will be targeting the Dayton residents and resources that are available in Dayton. If you want to go to the next slide. Alrighty, and we have our wonderful SOAR program in which Kalila will go ahead and talk about for you.
Thank you so much, Tiara. I won't go into a whole lot of details because you all heard pretty much the same information from my colleague, Miss Beth, but we do offer the SOAR Workforce Development Program here in Dayton, Ohio. We offer the program hybrid, we are transitioning to an in-person model. So you can participate virtually or you can participate in person. And we do a lot of collaborations with our Cincinnati office as it relates to our upskilling when for anybody that's looking to upskill their resume, job readiness skills, and looking to move into a different area for a job or a career. And again, it's the same information that Ms. Beth shared. If you all are interested in the SOAR program in Dayton, here's my information here. You can take a picture or a screenshot of that. If you would like to register for the Dayton SOAR, you can take out your phone and hover over the QR code, and it'll send you directly to a registration link for my office here, and someone, myself or our job developer, Aaron Bell, will contact you regarding our Dayton SOAR. So again, if you know anyone that's over the age of 18 that's looking for some upskilling opportunities or just want to take advantage of our job readiness, workforce development training, we are available for you. Thank you, Tier.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kalila. And moving right along. Alrighty, so we have our Business Solutions Center, and I will go ahead and let them tell you a little bit about what resources they offer.
Hello, my name is Tawana Jones, and I am with Business Solutions Center through Montgomery County. We have several services. Of course, we are attached to the job center, and they have resources where if you're in a situation where you need cash assistance, food stamps, or childcare, you could reach out to them directly. They have a website that you just go directly to. And caveat to that, we also service if you are transitioning and wanting to upskill for employment. I call it a complete wraparound ability to get services, because if you're in transition, we can get you trained. Montgomery County Business Services, we provide a variety of services to better match you, the right candidate to the right positions, by connecting you through resources through our Montgomery County partners. We also are aligned with Ohio Means Jobs Montgomery County, and we provide a single place where employers can access a pool of qualified job-ready workers. In addition, job seekers can assess job opportunities, training programs, and other services needed for employment and career development. We have our first session is the talent and recruitment. The supervisor there is Susan Warren. They assist with resume writing, interviewing skills, the fundamentals of just going over personal growth and then transition. They do career development. They do one-on-one career coaching. I actually have attached her information if you want to reach out to her. We also have a WIOA funded program, and that is where they assist you with training. They will, once you meet eligibility and appropriateness, meaning you would qualify based on your income guideline, they will assist you in on-the-job training, which is what we call project hire. And that assists you also as we move forward. That contact person is Molly Weber, and I have her contact information on there. If you're an adult dislocated worker, there's funding for you there. If you are, in the middle of trying to find a job, and this is a great caveat if you've been dislocated, because it allows you to go to an employer and let them know, hey, I know I qualify based on me being dislocated. That's a great reason for them as a business to want an incentive to give you an opportunity. They get an incentive. They get a kickback from the Project Hire program. And then also you're getting paid while you're being trained to sustain employability with that prospective company. We also have the incumbent worker training. That lends you the opportunity for a business, if you're already working for a company, to I'm sorry, I can't find I'm sorry, my screen just went black. Okay, sorry. It actually allows the companies to get an additional amount of funding to train workers. My screen, I'm so sorry. For training that's going to allow them to retain employees and get them trained and to have an aversion for layoffs. So all these things that we offer through business services, all the contact informations are here. Feel free to reach out to any of the folks that's attached to it. And my number is on there if you have any further questions. My apologies, my screen keeps going out. Don't know why. So
no worries. No worries at all, Tawana. Alrighty, and we will go ahead, and I believe our next resource is Miami Valley Community Action Partnership. And I will go ahead and let them tell about their resources. We have Vicki on the line.
Sure. You can go ahead and advance to the next slide, please. So like the Cincinnati Community Action Agency, we provide very similar programming for utility assistance. We also provide home weatherization assistance program, which is a program that would offer an opportunity for us to assist with insulating your home and doing things that might make your home more energy efficient. For that program, we cover not just Montgomery, not just our own territory. We cover Montgomery, Greene, Dark, Preble, Warren and Butler, Auglaize, Miami, Mercer. We cover 9 counties for that. The qualifying guidelines for that program are a little higher. Some of them, depending on which program they can place you in, you might qualify at 200% federal poverty guidelines. Most of our programs are at 150, 175. But that program does qualify at a higher guideline. Speaking as a person who, when I started my job, they weatherized my house. They generally say you see about a 25% reduction in your energy costs. So it can be significant, and I encourage people to apply if they think they might qualify. We have a legal clinic. Right now, our legal clinic is mostly focused on eviction prevention. When they are not doing that, that crisis is ever averted. We also do work with folks to help clear their driver's license if they need it, to get their, we've seen instances where we help with someone getting a license back. She was a hairstylist and there had been some issues with her licensure there. So they can do those kinds of things. We have housing programs. My role is the housing counselor for the agency. I do pre-purchase and post-purchase and foreclosure prevention counseling. We also refer people to the Save the Dream Ohio program who are mortgage holders who might be in distress due to COVID. So I will put that in the chat after I finish. So I do a lot of that work. In Dark and Preble counties, we are the Metropolitan Housing Authority. We also manage tax credit properties in those communities, and we do some low-income senior housing in those areas. We offer emergency services. This is where we're seeing rental assistance. However, rental assistance grant monies applications are paused because the funding we have ends at the end of this month. Or at the end of September. So they're processing applications to fully expend those funds. We believe there are more rental assistance funds coming. We just don't know what that's going to look like as far as qualifying guidelines, how much money we're getting. We don't know any of that. So we're still waiting to move forward, accepting applications for future rental assistance. Go ahead and advance to the next slide, please. One too far. There we go. So we do have shelters in Dark and Greene County. for people who might be in hardship with housing. We have 3 different shelter programs in Greene County. In Darke County, we have a domestic violence shelter. And we also have a micro enterprise program. They're getting ready to launch their next series of classes. I believe it's a 6-week series, and I think it starts in September. I think it's the 15th. So there may still be time to apply for that if you're interested in starting a business. Those we partner with the West Branch Dayton Metro Library, and that's where those are held. We have emergency home repair programming for seniors, for people who qualify by income. We do some just basic repairs, urgent need repairs, and then also in partnership with our home ownership, our home weatherization program. We do some partnership there, so that in some cases we find a property that may need some work before the weatherization program can get done. So we often will partner and pair those 2 programs together. We do offer some transportation programs in Darke and Preble counties. Primarily those programs are for veterans to get them to medical care here at the VA. And so another opportunity if folks are in need of that kind of assistance. Programs do come and go. I think it's part of the issue with nonprofit. We receive funds, we expend the funds, and then we apply for new grants depending what the needs are in our community. Most of our program applications are available on our website. So miamivalleycap.org is where you'll find more information about income qualifying guidelines and about specific programs. The weatherization application is on there. Links to our rental assistance portal when the portals open are there. HEAP applications, I think you can apply through the portal for that as well. So lots of access there through our website. So if anybody had questions, I'll go ahead and put the Save the Dream contact in the chat.
All righty, thank you so much, Vicki. All right, so this screen right here is the contact information for everyone that is on this call currently right now. So you can see their phone number and email address. So if you have any questions that don't get answered in tonight's call, please take this contact information down. Even if you don't have questions right now at this moment, there could be a point in time where you will have a question, and these are the people that you want to reach out to. So take their emails down, take their phone numbers down, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions regarding personal or any friends and family that you know of that may need this information as well.
Tiara,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Let me share something. So for everyone that's on Facebook or on the call here, if you guys want a copy of this presentation, send an email directly to me at fec@ulgso.org, and I'd be happy to send you guys a copy of this presentation.
That's even better. You don't have to write it down. All righty. Thank you so much, Lynn. So we have a few questions. We have about 15 minutes to go. There are a few questions in the chat, if you guys don't mind getting those answered. And there's a few of them, so give me just a second. I'm going to the first one. Okay. Let's see.
I have one.
Go ahead. Yes.
I have one. Zachary asked a question that I couldn't understand. Zachary, can you restate your question? Because it wasn't clear. We want to make sure you get the right answer.
I don't think I ever asked a question. Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Give me, I was saying I would like to make a comment about, sorry, as a graduate of SOAR program, I was going to recommend it. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was asking. For those of you who remember me, but the SOAR program is a great program. I highly recommend it. I recently graduated, and it's very helpful.
Thank you, Zachary. Go ahead, Tiara, with your question.
Yes, thank you so much, Zach. So Jalen asked in the chat, does Dayton have the same program that Miss Lynn was talking about? You want to go ahead, Leanne?
Sure, I'll go ahead and answer that. So I'm assuming that you're referring to the Project Lift program. And currently at this time, they do not. However, we are very hopeful that someone in the Dayton community will see to it that the program is available and offered. The program that is in Cincinnati is, like I said, a public-private partnership. It's administered through United Way, and then we receive funding from the city of Cincinnati. So the hope is that maybe the city of Dayton or United Way in the Dayton area will think about doing something like this in that area. But currently, right now, it is only available in Cincinnati, but prayerfully, it will expand its footprint.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leanne. We have a question from Zalima Hall. Can we get more information on the topics of the cohorts? And I believe this is when you were speaking, Leanne, about the circles that we offer. Right. So the financial empowerment money circles, or what we call cohorts, as I mentioned, are 4 to 6 week sessions. The session that's currently ending now is the one that Tiara is teaching, which is called All About Credit. We are going to take a break in the month of September because I need to do some reorganization because one of our coaches went on to better opportunities, but we will be back in full force in October, offering our course called Black Men and Money. That will be offered from 5:30 to 7 o'clock on, I think in October, it's going to be on Wednesday. We also should be having our Keys to Home Ownership 4-week cohort that will be coming up on Thursday. I'm also working on doing a class on banking basics, which was supposed to be scheduled for this month, but I had to postpone that. So I'm planning on bringing that one back also, or offering that also in October. And then potentially the class about budgeting during inflation. So those are the classes that are currently on the books for us to have available. And then naturally we will have our Wealth Building Wednesday on September 21st. So that's another way you can stay connected with us because we're going to have Alchemist Wealth, which is an African-American wealth management company that will be coming on talking about investing. So those are the most immediate things that the FEC has going on. And then I've just given you a brief overview of what our October calendar is going to look like. But feel free to reach out to us. We can get you on our email list where you would automatically know about information that we have coming up. We usually have a QR code that you can scan, but like I said, if you send your email to fec@ulgso.org with your name and your cell phone number, we can get you on that distribution list. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. We look forward to seeing you in all of our wonderful classes.
Jalen wanted to know, Lynn, if is that class?
No.
available?
I got it.
Got it.
But the one thing I didn't say is that they're currently on Zoom. So whether you're in Dayton or whether you're in Cincinnati or whether you're in any of our 12 county footprint, you can attend. Or even outside of our 12 county footprint, you can attend because they're all virtual right now. So, tell everybody that that may be interested in knowing about those subjects that I mentioned. They're welcome to come and attend.
Alrighty, we have another question from Zalima in the chat. When I go to my PIP appointment, do I also ask for house repairs and property taxes? I'm assuming asking for assistance for house repairs and property taxes.
Vicki?
Excuse me, I've been answering those in the chat for her. So if she's interested in assistance with her home repairs, emergency home repairs, or her HWAP application, she can ask about those at the appointment for PIP. They do share the PIP and the heat PIP application also is part of the weatherization application. So she could certainly ask there. I've also given her in the chat my email address so she can reach out to me directly, and I will forward her information to the appropriate departments. She did ask also about property tax assistance. That is a secondary program with Save the Dream. And right now we as an agency have not enrolled in that. We were working to see if they were going to do an extension, because the assistance originally Save the Dream had said was only through the end of this year. And we didn't have time to ramp up and get it ready to go and wind it down also in a quarter. So they've extended it through the end of 2023. We just are not yet enrolled. They're working on that still. So property tax assistance at this point, your best bet is to get into a payment plan with your county auditor's office or your county treasurer's office.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All righty. And Tanisha Lee has a question. If you stay in Cincinnati, Hamilton, can you get the help in other counties? I'm assuming. Can you get the help in other counties if you live in Hamilton County?
For Hamilton County Community Action Agency, you need to live in Hamilton County. And the property you're getting assistance for also has to be in Hamilton County.
I wanted to ask for if you are in Hamilton County, can you still go out to like Miami or something to apply for house assistance? Or you have to do everything through Hamilton County? Can I reach out to that?
If you're planning on moving to another county, you can definitely reach out to that county's resources. I would recommend maybe calling 211 to see what available resources there are located near you, where you are now, or where you're planning to be.
Thank you.
All righty. There's a question about banking. Can you have if you have a closed account that was at a negative balance, am I able to reopen a checking? And we do have some banking professionals on the line as well.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Maria. What I would say is that it's a case-by-case basis. So you need to go to your nearest banker, Fifth Third branch, and ask someone to pull your records out of check systems. That is when they will be able to determine if you are eligible to open another checking account. We have some Second Chance products, but the only way to really know is to go into the branch and talk with one of the professionals there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. Okay, so that I believe was the last question. I do want to go back to Kathy. I believe you had your hand raised earlier in the call. I was not ignoring you. I'm so sorry. But if you have a question, go for it.
I got a question for the CAA people that does PIP. I've been doing this since November the 23rd. I've been through 3 case workers. 2 of them had COVID. The third one just disappeared. And now I'm at the last width. I'm so ready to just knock on the door. What do? I don't have no more time. I don't know what to do no more.
So Miss Kathy, I did send you an email and gave you the manager over our Community Action Agency HEAPS department. That is Diane Dozier. She'll be your best bet since she heads that department. Now, what I also sent you was our phone line for same-day appointments. Now, if you called that line tomorrow, you could have a phone appointment that same day.
I've been calling for the last 10 days, and that 905 is full. And that's why I said I wanted to go knock on the door, because I don't have no more time. I've been waiting since November of last year, trying to get back on just PIP. Just recertify, get on PIP so I can move on with my life. It's not happening. I don't know what to do. I don't have no money to just pay, thousands of dollars to them. And I can't afford to be living in the dark neither with my grandbaby and my kids. So I really don't know what to do.
I'll go ahead and send an email to Miss Dozier on your behalf, and I'll copy you on that so that she can reach out to you.
Okay, thank you, and God bless you.
No problem.
All righty, thank you so much. I believe that is all of the questions in the chat. There is some chatter going on in the chat about more information. If you would like more information or regarding the FEC services, you can put your email in the chat and I will be sure to put you on our email list so that you are aware of everything that is coming up. I usually send an email before all of our programs and workshops so that you have an idea of what is in the pipeline. And we are at 6:26. Maria, you want to chime in? Okay.
Yes, I did. I had a coworker contact me today about a woman who is homeless and is staying in a hotel temporarily. What resources are available? And she's in Cincinnati. I know that we have some in Montgomery County and Dayton, but what is available to help homeless folks in Cincinnati, in the Cincinnati region?
I would again recommend calling 211. Now we have previously had funds to help with homeless clients, and we've put people in hotels and also assisted with security deposit and rent. However, at this time, our rental assistance is pretty out. We're very much in the same boat as Montgomery County. So right now we're waiting to receive more funds, but for renters, for the homeless, the best bet is going to be calling 211 and trying some of the resources like St. Vincent de Paul.
She's staying in a hotel right now. And so that will run out soon. And she's also working. We find ourselves with folks who couldn't afford the rate hike and now are staying in a hotel because they've run out of money to pay their rent. Andrew, any thoughts on this subject?
Is this the question about the 3,000? I'm sorry, I was reading a message that came to me. So if you can go over that again, I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. There's a homeless working woman. She's currently in a hotel, but her resources will run out soon around staying in a hotel. And she needs help finding a home, a shelter.
Yeah, that's a good question. I only work with utilities, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I don't know if Jobs and Family Services might be able to help with that.
In Cincinnati, they are paused on taking applications at this point as well.
Okay. So I will let them know that calling United Way might be the best choice. 211. Okay. Okay. Thank you, team.
Miss Mara, we do also in Cincinnati, we have the Homeless Coalition, also the Salvation Army down on Central Parkway. They do take women in. And then we also have the 513-381 Safe Line, and that is countywide. So there's beds all over the city that if one opens, and depending on the crisis of her situation, then they can allow her to get a bed the same day.
So Miss Beth, would it be okay if I gave her your email information?
Yes.
Have her reach out? All right.
And I think my cell phone number is for a situation like that. I think a phone call is more appropriate. So
Okay.
I can definitely send you my phone number to send to her.
I'm going to get that information and have her reach out to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Beth. All righty, we are at 6:29. I want to be respectful of your time. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Lynn for some closing remarks.
Thank you guys for attending today. And I do want to apologize for being late, but I was stuck in 71, 75. Those of you in the Cincinnati area know how that drama works. So I apologize because I live in Kentucky, so I had to cross the river to get back home. So I apologize for being late. But I do want to thank you all for taking out your time this evening to meet with us. I just wanted to share with you a couple of quick things. We are winding up this year's Wealth Building Wednesday. I think I mentioned we have 3 more sessions because we take off in December. So I mentioned also next month, please be sure to share with everyone that you know, friends, family, foe, that we're going to have Alchemist Wealth doing the presentation on September 21st at this time, 5:30 to 6:30. And as I mentioned, they are an African-American wealth management company. And so we're very excited to have them on board to do a presentation on investing. And I'm hoping to have that information available in the next week, maybe right after the holidays, so we can get the Zoom information out and the flyer out for everyone as well. And then in the month of October, we will be in the mighty city of Dayton, Ohio, with our Fifth Third E-Bus Empowerment Day. That is going to be on Saturday, October the 8th. Mario, what time again? Was it 11 to 3?
11 to 3 will be at Five Rivers Health Center in Edgemont.
So those of you that are in the Dayton area, or if you're not in the Dayton area, drive on over, because we will be there with the Fifth Third E-Bus, and the FEC Financial Empowerment Center will be there, as well as other community stakeholders in the Dayton area. So we'd love to see you guys there. And then last but not least, on November 16th, we will wrap up our Wealth Building Wednesday with a panel discussion on small business. And we may be in person. We don't know, but we're going to try to be in person if possible. So just be looking forward for that information as well. Anyone that you know may be interested in starting a small business or already has a small business, we encourage you guys to attend that as well. And then last but not least, and I'll let you guys go, you guys that are on the Zoom call, you should receive a survey after you log out. Please be sure that you complete the survey, because that has very good questions on that. We need feedback, and we also need to know how we're doing, how we can do better, but we also want to know what other subjects you would be interested in, so we can bring them to you as we get ready to do our planning for 2023. Anybody have any last minute questions or comments before we let you guys go? Mario.
I do. Somebody needs to win, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Somebody needs to win.
The
Right?
best part.
So Andrew, Vicky, Tawana, FEC team, Lynn, Tiara, fantastic job, Tiara, Beth, and Kalila. Thank you for being an all-star team to share these resources. And Jackie, to share these resources that are so needed in this community. I am overwhelmed. We didn't have enough time. So we'll have to do this again next year, because things change. We already know that there are grants coming out right now for loan forgiveness. There's just a lot of stuff we can cover. So we're going to keep at it. Our winner tonight is none other than Zulema. Congratulations, Zulema. You were very engaged. We will get your information through the registration tool and get you a $50 gift card, girl. Thanks so much, everybody. It's been wonderful tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Yes, thank you. Everyone,
Bye.
have a good night.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.